It's snappity snapshot time! Which means we get to talk about all those nice shiny new features that's coming in the Happy Ghast update, and we've got a really good one today. Yes, we do! Not only have we got a brand new feature with a craftable item that should have been in the game from the get-go, we've also got another new item to talk about, and there are some changes to the way the menu screen works, but I'm gonna get into all of that, rolling with the first one. And the first update has to do with saddles and the fact that finally, after how many years, they are now a craftable option in Minecraft. And the recipe itself only requires 3 leather and 1 iron ingot. So you can craft yourself a saddle now. This is really good. Now I'm going to say this right now. This next bit actually might have been in the game for some time. I've never noticed it, so I'm just going to point it out here. Leather horse armor is now craftable. Like I said, this may have already been in the game and been in a previous snapshot. I'm just not aware of it, so I figured I'd at least point it out. Throwing the saddle and the horse armor on is the usual thing, and we can now share saddles, which I assume means that your friends can do it. I don't know. I don't really use horses, and my friends don't either, so what little friends I have. But anyway, I'm assuming it means that now, if it's got a saddle on it, that anybody can ride it. But the interesting thing is you can use shears to take the saddle off. I don't know how this... Oh, right. It works literally just like that. I don't really think that's necessary because we've still got the old way of doing things. You know, just right-click it onto the horse, which is... I suppose it saves us going into the horse's UII. But, it's a change. It's a change. Now, before you kind of all go get griefy and technical about this, the log does say that shearing the carpets, the armor, or the saddle will only work if the mob doesn't have a rider. So there can't be a player on it, your friend can't be on it, but they also don't work from dispensers either. Now the other big addition is the brand new music track called Tears. So I've boosted my game sounds. Oh, sticky keys. Okay, I'm actually dancing in my chair in my office here. Okay, moving on. That is an insanely good track. The last time I listened to a music disc, it was the one that you can piece together in the ancient city, and it's so creepy that I'm surprised it made it into a game that is aimed at kids, because that thing gives me nightmares. It gives me freaking nightmares. Now, I believe the way you get this is you head into the nether. Now, obtaining this disc is, well, obtaining it is easy, but actually being able to pick it up is a different matter entirely. All you gotta do is fire a fireball back at a ghast, and it will drop the music disc. But I've recorded this clip a couple of times. Sometimes the ghast would blow up and the flames would eat the disc, and other times it went into lava. And typically you punch that fireball back at them as they're flying over lava, so you gotta kind of strategically place the ghast, not the ghast, if you want to get this music disc. Now those are the 2 big updates that I want to talk about, and I know there are a lot of other content creators who make more in-depth videos talking about the things that they understand, but I try to make my videos that are good for pretty much everybody. So I'm going to go through the last few changes within this snapshot. So the big one for me is the way that they've changed the fog. Now when you're indoors and you're in an interior, it won't be as heavy. And they've also not made it as heavy when it's raining and thundering, because before you could barely see your hand in front of your face. So it's good to see that they're making changes in that direction. Also, TNT blowing up won't destroy things like banners and other decorative items when placed in water. However, they will still damage armor stands. So they've kind of reverted back on a change that they made a couple of snapshots ago. They've also added some new music to the game. We've got Below and Above, Broken Clocks, Fireflies, Lily Pads, and O's piano. And these are in the rotation of the Cherry Grove, the Forest, the Desert, the Grove, and the Lush Cave biome. They've also been added to the main menu now, so you'll get some new songs when loading into Minecraft. To account for the fact that Saddles are now craftable. Some loot chests have been changed. Some in the monster room chests, the ancient city, the pyramids, both in the jungle and the desert. Also, the stronghold altar chests have all been changed to now contain more leather and less saddles. And this one is going to cause a lot of panic among players, I know for me. But when you pause the game now, the music is going to continue. It's not going to suddenly stop and give you that pause, which I like in a game. When the music stops when I hit pause, it makes me feel comfortable and content in the fact that the game is actually paused. But no, now it's still going to play, but your game should still be paused if you're in single player. And the last one, I'm not even going to touch on because I just don't understand it. It's to do with the dialogues. They've done a huge change to dialogues. I don't know how this is going to work. This seems something more technical and above my pay grade. You know, if you want information on that, you need to be paid as much as Exuma and Wattles are paid, you know, and not as much as Casey's paid. Sorry. But it's a long list. It's a long list. So that's it for Snapshot 25w20a. I'm trying to remember that off the top of my head. Let's see if I get it right. If I don't, the comment section will erupt. And if I do, congratulate me in the comment section. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Ah, my dry bread's dry now. Look at that. It's all toasty. But that is going to do it for this video. As I said in the last Snapshot video, I'm going to be doing Snapshot videos again every single week when they release. And I hope you guys stick around to see what new features are coming in the Happy Ghast update and what's on the horizon beyond that. But as always, it is Snapshot 25w20a. It says it in the top left-hand corner of the Minecraft window. Yes, I got it right. I'm going to sign off on that. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'm KC. You are the awesome folk. Thank you so much for watching. Now, you take care now, guys, and I shall see you in the next one. The next hardcore episode will be dropping later on this week. I apologize for the length of time it's taken me, but it's coming out. Bye!